Welcome to the Spring Comprehensive Exam Workshop. My name is Bill Koulis. I'm the department chair, and in just a moment I'm going to turn it over to Louise Gray to talk to you about some of the administrative aspects of the comprehensive exam and that piece. And then after that I'll come back and I'll talk more about sort of the specifics of what we look for in the essays, and we'll actually look at a couple of essays before the evening's out. I'll try to get us out of here as close to 7 o'clock as I can. I'll try to get out. I don't know what the weather's going to do, but we don't want to keep you here late on a Friday night anyway. But I do want to answer any questions that you have. My goal tonight is to basically help put your mind at ease a little bit, and just make sure that you're comfortable, that you know what to expect, both in terms of the mechanics of how the comprehensive exam process works and what we look for in the essay as we're reading them as we read them to determine if they pass. So let me pause here. Is the mic working okay, Mark? All right, then I'll hand it off to Louise and give Louise the mic for about 10 minutes to go over some of the nuts and bolts.
Good evening, everyone. Hi. Welcome to the COMPS exam, and congratulations also. So tonight we'll just be doing a brief overview of the administrative procedures. If you're eligible, registered, submitting your COMPS verification form, which many of you have. And we'll talk a little bit about before the exam and during the exam, and also how to submit your application for graduation and diploma. Okay, so if you were not sitting here, you would not be eligible sitting for the COMPS exam. So I'm sure many of you have already completed at least 30 of your credits, or at least 36 of your credits. And that is the requirements for being eligible for the exam. If you have a previous master's degree or a previous advanced degree, we should have received that prior to your enrollment. If you have that and we do not have it on file, just give me a call or send me an email. So many of you are registered in the Cardinal station. If you are taking COMPS with classes, of course that is with 698A, and without classes is 698B. And if you are taking it without classes, you will be charged 1 credit hour. Don't know if many of you know that, but you will be charged 1 credit hour for the course. And once you have registered for COMPS, the form should be submitted. I sent an email to many of you yesterday and last week to submit the form. I received many of your forms. Just a few of you have not sent that, and I'll be sending out another email on Monday just to remind you to send me that form so that I can complete your requirements and your registration and so forth, so that we can make sure that we have all of those things on file. And what this form actually does, many of you think that the form, when you submit this form, that it automatically register you for COMPS, or you enroll in COMPS, and it doesn't. It's pretty much a form that we have on record. It's an audit form to make sure. I have to go through each one of your transcripts in your file just to make sure that you have all of your credits. That's one, that we have your contact information, and if there's anything that is missing. And if there's anything that's missing, you'll receive an email from me. There are 3 ways that you can submit this form, and many of you have already done that, either by mail or fax, or by email. As I mentioned before, I sent you a confirmation email. If you have not received a confirmation email, it will probably be because you have not met the requirements, or or I have not received your form. The confirmation email is stating that you have met all of your requirements. If you have not received that, that email, please contact me as soon as possible. When you register for your comps, and before you do, you'll get a notice also verifying that you can log into the Blackboard, and you will find those sample questions in there as well. 1 week before the comprehensive exam, I will be sending all of you a private confidential test ID that you will receive. This test ID is very important to remember because this is how we identify you. We do not identify you by your first name. We do not identify you by your last name. We identify you by the test ID, and this is how the faculty, when they are grading your test, this is how they grade you. They grade you based on this personal ID. Now, submitting your diploma application, I provided you a lot of valuable information in your packet, and I won't go through it by details, but when you get a chance, please review that because it's very important that you submit this application. Now, when you submit this application, at the same time, you are applying for graduation. If you don't submit this application, you have not applied for graduation. Your name will not go on the academic senate list, and you cannot participate in that graduation for that particular semester. So definitely make sure that you apply for the correct graduation. For example, you're taking comps and you pass comps for spring, and when you go into Cardinal Station, you're going to apply for spring 2015. Okay, so definitely make sure you do that. If you apply for the wrong term and then you miss your term for graduation. And this is the information as well, the registrar's office. That is who you definitely contact for any information regarding your application. And last but not least, commencement is Saturday, May the 16th, 2015. We hope to see you all there. And I'm going to turn it over to Bill, but before I do, is there any questions?
On your before the exam, verifying the login to Blackboard, is that the week before the exam you're going to let us log into Blackboard?
Well, the week before the exam is when you receive your personal ID number. At that same time, you should also be notified that you can log into Blackboard.
They'll actually get that earlier. They'll get that earlier.
So we'll get an automatic notification that the class is open.
You'll get a notification, and I'll post an announcement that'll get mailed out to everybody who's registered.
Is there any other questions? Okay, thank you.